How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to QC Comics, and of course, another action figure unboxing video. Today, we've got the Star Wars Clone Wars version of Aurra Sing. And this is, of course, a character that first, well, I don't want to say of course, because you may not know, she did briefly appear in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. During the pod racing scene, you can briefly see her standing atop the mountain off to the side. And then, of course, made her return in comics and novels and things. And then in the Clone Wars animated show, which she was pretty awesome. I'm a big Boba Fett fan, so seeing her work with Boba Fett was a really nice kind of way of bringing her into my interests, and same with Fennec Shan now with The Mandalorian. That's another one that's like, I really love these bounty hunters. They pair up with Boba Fett. But maybe she's your favorite. If so, I think you got a good action figure here. So I'll take a look at the box. Got really nice artwork on the side there. Very villainous looking character. Then on the back, you've got all of her information there, if you want to read that. And then, of course, nothing on this side here. So, there's the box. Let's get it unpacked, because she's got several different weapons. And it's looking like maybe a fair amount to talk about as far as paint applications and things go. And this actually does have, you know what? Let's not even be gentle. Let's just... There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of tape on the top of this. It's pretty crazy. Normally these Black Series boxes are like 1, 2, like extra security on this thing. But you know what? That's good. For all the people that buy the figures and swap them, figure swap, you know what I mean? This is good. This will make it a little more difficult to open it than pack a different figure in and return it. Don't be that guy or girl. So let's pop this out. It's got a nice protective covering there, so that's always good for the packaging. She's got her dual pistols here. And I will pull these out just to show you one, because they're both exactly the same. And they're just punched out black plastic. It's okay. I could tell from the packaging it wasn't going to look like much. It is cool, though, because with these, and you get 2 of them, when you got a character, you know, just rocking the dual blasters or pistols or whatever they are, it is kind of a little bit easier to overlook, so like the lack of details, I should say. But it's Star Wars Black Series. You don't always get the best detail with the weapons. And from what I could see from some other people's photos, here's a strap for the rifle. Just going to toss that off to the side. This thing is a major disappointment. It is just the only color here. See if I can get that to focus. Sorry. There is absolutely no color. It is just, not only is it just punched out gray plastic. Sorry. But it doesn't even look like good, like painted gray plastic. It looks like just punched out cheap gray plastic. Really a bummer on the rifle. I mean, it just looks like something you'd find in like a Star Wars toy that was significantly cheaper. I'm not saying Black Series is overly expensive, but it just looks like something that's punched out of a really cheap toy. And then you can see there on the, if I can't really get it to focus. Yeah, right there. It's the spray, well, it's not spray paint, but it looks like spray paint, how it's just kind of, the color is misted off all around. And then this is like, it's just a generic brown. Really kind of a bummer. But the figure looks great, so I'm not overly concerned. So I try to do this without making just a ton of noise, but it doesn't always happen. Especially when they got, yep, okay, there we go. All right, so let's take a look at the figure here quick. The antenna is the other thing. It looks like that gray punched out plastic. I really wish there was some sort of detail in there or some sort of line work in the sculpt to make it look like it's retractable or it comes in or out, or so it just doesn't look like a big gray spike in the top of her head. And I only say that, it sounds like I'm being really harsh, but I only say that because this face and the paint apps on the face look really good. Even in the hair, yeah. Gosh, I want to say, God, I was like really hyped for this, and now I just feel like, oh, this is going to be such a bummer, because like, I look at the hair and it looks very just kind of generic brown. I was like, oh, there is some color in there, but even the color is like the brown overlaps onto there. The red doesn't, for this like bead, doesn't go all the way to the hair. So like the hair brown kind of bleeds over onto the red. And then this back, obviously I couldn't see that in box. I don't know if that's how her hair, I don't remember it looking like that. Maybe it does. But this just looks like they accidentally bumped a blonde color just in one mist, just psst, and then, okay, good enough. Well, no, I guess it's on the tail end too. Maybe she does have multi-layered or multicolored hair throughout the layers, but I just don't remember it. I don't know. It looks pretty generic to me. The body, everything here looks really good, but then when I take it out, I'm kind of like, oh, well, it's just a generic orange. And I mean, there is some nice in the sculpt work here, some rippling to what looks like, that skin tight outfit she's on. So there's some rippling there, and you can see some muscle definition. So that's good. Everything around the waist, all this looks really good. I do wish this was like they did with one of the Count Dooku's, where it's got like I think it was Count Dooku, maybe it was a Vader, but it's like an actual chain right there. I think that would have been just a nice aesthetic. But the armband looks pretty good. The back looks good. Everything on there is good. We'll just, because I'm kind of just crapping on the figure, it sounds like. But it goes up pretty good on the, I mean, it's about it's par for the course for Black Series. As far as the movement on the legs goes, the arms go up, but this one, oh, that is like popping out. This one is not like that. And if you can see, look at that. The joint is like busted out of her arm. So if you can see right there, it doesn't go all the way in, and it kind of protrudes out of the armpit there. Whereas you can see it's clearly in, and it does not do that on this arm. And this one, oh man, that is a bummer, because I can't even get the arm to go. It just, so I'm going to have to see if I can kind of pop that in. Oh, there we go. Well, no, it just comes right back out. I thought maybe I could, when you press it in, it does go in, but then as soon as you lift it, it just pops back out. Man, that is a bummer. And, well, I guess while I'm stewing in my disappointment, hey, look, we got some head tilt. And then side to side, it does not go forward at all. And there's really no head movement. Man, I can't think of another figure where I was like really hyped to get it. And then I open it up and I'm just like, dude, this is not great. Oh man, just laugh away the tears, Mike. Just laugh away the tears. Anyway, this is like, it's like she's crossing her fingers. Like, this is what I was thinking. Like, this is, oh, be a great figure, be a great figure. Anyway, there's Aurra Singh. Okay, so I think I got a little too hung up on the joint that wasn't working so well. I did have a little more time to play with this, and the knees actually do go back way further than I initially thought. So, yeah, they were just a little stuck, but there is better range of motion there than I had said prior. And there is actually some arm swivel here that I didn't notice. And yes, after playing with the strap, I did figure out kind of where it goes. And, it's not super easy to figure out initially, but there's a little clip here, and then I'm pretty sure it clips over here, and then there you go. So if I can, it just falls off really easily. I guess I was being a little overly harsh on it here, because it's just hard to get to stay on there. But I did get it prior to where she was holding the gun, and she can actually hold the rifle fairly well. So yeah, I think I was being a little harsh on this figure. I had a little break in between setting up this initial part of the video and the last, and I was really looking at it, and I was like, I feel like I'm being harsh on this figure. I feel like it's actually pretty decent. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Like I said, the paint isn't perfect. It could be a little better, but I think I was really hung up on this, and I think that, yeah, I think I was just being harsh. So, anyway, that's what I was saying. You know, take it or leave it. If you really want it for the bounty hunters on your shelf to go along with those, definitely pick it up. But if it's a character that you don't necessarily really care about, or you just don't, you know, you're not a bounty hunter fan, or you don't really have any plans for the figure, you know, you could pass. Take it or leave it. It's a decent figure. 7 out of 10 for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And comment below. Let me know if I'm right, wrong, in between on how I feel about Aurra Singh. I've seen some other videos where people really enjoyed her. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority on that. So, anyway, thank you so much. Take care. We'll see you next time.